your perspective versus their perspective. So think of a situation and we will have a look at how this works out. Spirit, may we have a look? For the viewer, may we have a look at the viewer's perspective? The viewer's perspective. And while I'm shuffling, both of these sets of cards can be found within the link in my bio under Tarot Stack. And I will write that up here for you. So from your perspective, we have got the Page of Cups. Let's now have a look at the person that you are thinking of and that person's perspective. So Spirit, for the viewer, the person on the viewer's mind, what do we need to know about that person's perspective, please? We have got the World. With the Page of Cups, there is most definitely love. And there may be either this feeling that miracles have happened for you in meeting this other person, or this is you hoping for miracles. To me, the Page of Cups has always been the card that speaks about expecting the unexpected. This is highly intuitive and dreamy energy. In fact, you may find yourself daydreaming a lot about the dynamics between the both of you. And there may be something here about new beginnings, as we can see all of these lilies. At nighttime, lilies close up all of their petals, and in the morning they reopen them again. So it often has this essence of renewal. I absolutely adore the way that she is holding this cup. You can see that it is precious to her. And although it is precious, you can see that she is not holding on to it overly tight, showing that there is this fluidity to it. So for me, this card is very much talking about daydreaming, fantasizing, wishing, imagining. And I have to tell you that that is very powerful energy. It is a creative force in and of itself. It feels very satisfying and very beautiful. From their perspective, we have the World card, and its traditional meanings is of speaking of an end in order for there to be a new beginning. This circle is meant to represent a doorway or a portal, and as one door is closing, another is opening. So they may be excited about new beginnings and the new adventures that that will bring. You may also be the center of this person's world and have created growth and expansion in their own world. From your perspective, we have the Knight of Stars, and from their perspective, we have Judgment. Two major arcana for them. It seems that whenever I use this particular deck for a collective reading, this card comes out. Remember how I'd been talking about daydreaming and fantasizing? Here again with this massive star. It shows me that you have big dreams and hopes. And knights within tarot, they speak about taking action. So you are ready to take action on your dreams, your goals, your visions, and your desires, and you are being illuminated as you go on this path. In a traditional deck, this would be representing the Knight of Pentacles, which speaks of slow and steady energy. So this path that you are most definitely being guided on may be slow, but it is very consistent. And you may still feel like you are moving in the right direction. From their perspective, we have the Judgment card. And as I've mentioned many times, all cards have more than one meaning. So this person may be considering how others view them in regards to these new beginnings that they are going to experience. But I also feel that there is a personal awakening that this person is experiencing also. as this too is a card of illumination. So the both of you being very guided on your paths in two very different ways. From your perspective, we have got the Nine of Wands, and from their perspective, we have got the King of Crystals. Exactly as I had mentioned, there is that clarity. I'll come back to that momentarily. From your perspective, with the Nine of Wands, it is very much talking about you feeling like you are almost reaching your success. It is within grasp. I love how all of these wands are lit like candles. Again, a consistent message coming through that your path is being illuminated. We have the sliver of moon here, which again is talking about you listening to your intuition. That is what is leading you step by step towards your dreams, your goals, and your ambitions. And wherever your passions lie, it feels like you are also lighting others up as you pass. So I see you as a beacon of light to many as you are pursuing your path. The Nine of Wands is a card that speaks of many knockbacks and the resilience of getting back up again. Everything that you have experienced up until now has led you to this point. And you are strong, and I have no doubt that you know the direction of which you are going. I believe from their perspective, they also have this clarity and this knowing. The King of Crystals in a traditional deck would represent the King of Swords. This is someone who is highly intelligent and has clarity of mind. They are firm in their decisions and in their logic. What is quite lovely about this card is, whereas the King of Swords has one sword, we have two crystals representing them. To me, it gives this essence of balance. The King of Swords traditionally can be a card that represents someone who is very outspoken and blunt with their truth, whereas this King of Crystals feels slightly softer. Someone who knows and speaks their truth. Yet how they convey this message is in a far more balanced and empathic way. From their perspective, with the sun in the background, they have a very positive outlook. All of these cards tell me that from their perspective, they are ready for a new beginning and they know the direction in which they wish to head. And it's quite a beautiful balance of energies between you and them. While you may be very heart and soul based, driven by passions, they come in with a very logical sense and point of view. And as I'm sure that you can imagine, the combination of two such forces, this ambition and creativity paired with these mental resources, makes the possibilities quite endless here. Of course, as always, this is a collective message and it is not meant to resonate with everyone, so please always listen to your own intuition as to whether this reading is for you. Private readings are currently closed and they will reopen for a few days on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Once again, these exquisite decks, I will list their names here and you can find them in my bio under the title of Tarot Stack.